My reason for ending things with Dewan was when me and Brandon were hanging out a lot near the end of 2018, I mean. It was just things that he held valuable, I guess. I think that's what I'm trying to say. I don't know.
Were they like closer to like your own like
values
and ambitions?
The things he valued, I think that's the right word. Were like they were everything that I wanted. So I would start to hang out with Brandon a little bit more and spend, like, during this time, me and Dewan were together, I would start to hang out with Brandon more often, and Dewan would be like, can you stop hanging out with him? Like, give this relationship some oomph that you're giving mine and Brandon's newfound friendship at the time.
Yeah.
And I just liked the energy, the vibes, the things that Brandon had to offer, I guess, to where I was getting maybe, I guess, sick of Dewan's demands or commands.
No. Commands.
Oh.
Or, I don't know. See, I said it like that because I wasn't sure if that was the right word I wanted to use.
Commands. Oh, no. The Virgo jumped out.
So it's like what you're wanting out of me versus what I was wanting to give out. It wasn't what I wanted.
Okay. I understand that.
I'm trying to, like, figure this all out again.
No.
So just...
Like, I truly understand that. Like, literally, it took me a while to get it, but after, like, it took, like, a few months, but after, you know, seeing you with Brandon and seeing, like, you know, what he was doing, I was just like, maybe me and Tommy weren't good for each other. We just didn't know, or, I don't know, maybe at one point we were, but then... I don't know what the feelings were. Obviously, we were together for 5.5 years. Something kept us together. Mm-hmm. I don't know what it was, but something did. And then...
question.
I still can't figure that out, though.
This isn't uncomfortable for you, Erin, is it?
No.
Okay.
Oh, I love that.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Me and Erin have talked.
Oh!
We've talked. I'm sure you guys have talked. But, yeah, like...
The things he embodied. I think that's the word I wanted to use.
Okay. Yeah, like, I totally get that. And, I mean, I didn't like him at the time, but, like, if I were to see him now, I probably wouldn't have anything. I don't have anything against him. Like, it's whatever. Like, I'm kind of like, in a way, it's kind of like, thank you. You kind of came in and jump-started something that should have happened, like, forever ago, because after a while, we just kind of felt like we weren't good for each other. I felt that deep down. I didn't want to admit it, though, because I felt like, you know, I was like, we can always work on stuff and see what can go on from here, but...
Well, you get, like, comfortable with someone,
yeah,
too.
Exactly. And I was thinking, too, I was like, we built this whole life, and then we did... I mean, now it's going to just, you know, rip apart. Like, it's gone.
Well, that's, like, part of it, too. It's like, you know, you're with someone, and then you're... like building shit, and that's like your relationship is. But then like once it kind of like levels out, it's like, well, now what?
Yeah.
Like, now what do we do? And I think that's when things in a lot of relationships start to like fizzle. You know.
Yeah.
It's like once you're kind of at like a plateau where like shit's not, you know, moving. Mm-hmm. Like you get into like a routine.
Yeah. And that's exactly what it was. It was definitely a routine.
So now that I'm thinking about it, I have to give me, or I have to, what am I trying to say?
Are you going to congratulate yourself or be like,
I'm going to dog myself here for a minute. Like, it was partially, I want to say, a problem of mine. When me and Dewan started dating, I was all for a relationship and whatnot, but I didn't know how to love, I don't think, properly. Like, I didn't know what a relationship consisted of or, like, embodied. No. But I think, Dewan, you were full into our relationship. I feel like you were ready for a long-lasting relationship. This was the last relationship that you were hoping to have.
Yeah.
And for me, you had brought up a couple times, like, sometimes it felt like we were more roommates than significant others.
Yeah.
And I didn't quite understand that, I don't think, until Brandon. Because, like, I don't feel like I loved you, but I don't think I gave you that 100% effort that a relationship should have. Because I did, like I said, I don't know, the connection I felt with Brandon versus the connection I felt with you, I just felt like it was that routine type of thing.
Yeah.
But with Brandon, like I told Erin, like some episodes ago, I feel like when I was talking about mine and Brandon's breakup, is when you found your best friend to date, everything about it just comes naturally, and it doesn't feel forced, or like it didn't. I don't think it became like a routine or anything with me and Brandon. So it's just like I didn't know how to love properly during our time together versus meeting someone that had gave me what I felt like I wanted.
Yeah.
Does this all make sense?
It really does.
That makes sense to me.
Okay.
Like,
it makes perfect sense.
With me and Tyler, we were like good friends before we started dating, and then we just started dating because it like made sense. We were just like, yeah, we're friends. We see each other all the time. Sure, let's just do it. But there was never like that, like, you know, super crazy like connection that I had felt with other people. Mm-hmm. And it was just like became like a roommate situation, I think, at some point, because it got, you know, comfortable, and and it was just like, what are we doing?
So now, I mean, like, I don't know if I mentioned this on the episode before, but I've been kind of like more open with it, more accepting of it here recently. It's just like before Brandon, I don't know if this is something that you admitted on the episode or not. We were kind of messy.
We were
hoes.
Listen, you were a hoe. I was not a hoe.
Oh, I was a hoe.
Not what I heard.
Oh.
No, because...
Wait,
like,
before
okay.
you
I know what you mean.
were dating, or while you were dating?
While we were dating?
While we were dating.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. We both had our secrets.
Yeah.
Surprise! This is one hell of an episode.
There's no hoe story that you can tell me that I'll be like, wow, y'all were hoes.
Right.
You're talking to the hoe.
Oh, no.
I'm telling you, this episode is being brought in with a bang. 2020. New year, new podcast.
Right. Wait, this is the first one of the year?
Yeah.
What?
I'm telling you, we've been kind of slacking this past year. Like, our first year of doing the podcast, we were on it, like, every week. Episode was released, but then like this past year we were just like, well, our lives are a little busy here.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Right.
Yeah, so sorry listeners. You get an episode when you get an episode. No, what was I going?
You were messy. You were messy.
But no, so with Brandon, I didn't feel like I wanted to be messy. Like I said, I didn't know what love was when me and Dewan were dating.
Yeah.
So it's just like whenever me and Brandon were dating, like it felt natural. So I felt like I wanted to be faithful, be loyal to this one person. Like there were some times when me and Dewan were like, we would talk about marriage, and that like let me tell you, we watched Desperate Housewives. Like, Mike and Susan, they were like the show's love story from the first season to the last season and everything. So the moment that they got married, I was just thinking like, it got me thinking about marriage. I was just like, I don't even have a best man. Like, I would think about like the whole marriage aspect and like thing between me and Dewan, and I'm just like, I have no aspirations. I never thought about it. It was never a dream of mine or a wish of mine. So I was just like, did I ever really want to get married to Dewan was the question, I feel like. And I feel like because of our time spent together, we should have or could have, but it wouldn't feel right.
Mm-hmm.
So then being with Brandon, feeling how good I felt then, I was just like, he was everything that I wanted.
Yeah.
So there was a time when we did bring it up, but it was just too soon. It was just like, we dated for only 8 months, so it's just like,
I feel like that's still like you're in like the honeymoon phase, and
Yeah.
everything is great, everything is wonderful,
Yeah.
and that's when I feel like if people get married at that point, I feel like I don't know, doesn't usually work out.
Yeah.
Most marriages, point blank period, don't work out.
Yeah.
Nope.
So, yeah.
I feel that, and like I said, like I've thought about all this stuff. I was just like, I would see your posts low key because I would creep sometimes, and I'd be like, oh, okay. I was like, that's how he feels. Like, and in my head, I guess me and Cam probably felt this way. We were like, does he even deserve a nice, happy relationship? He doesn't deserve that right now. Like, he needs to hurt. He needs to cry. He needs to be somewhere crying in a corner in fetal position, because we've both gone through that. And I was like, Tommy hasn't been the best person to me anyway. Like, for the while, that's why I said he's a better friend than he is a boyfriend for me. Like, he was probably great to Brandon, and when I would see that, I'll be like, okay, so you became the person that I wanted you to be for this person. And that's sometimes how it goes. Like, they, you grow once you
Just kidding.
you grow once you're with somebody else, and you feel, I don't know, you feel
Comfortable.
full. You feel full. Like, you are comfortable. I personally have not felt that with anybody that I've dated throughout the year, but I am with somebody right now, and so far, like, I don't want to like jump the gun or anything, because I don't know, I've gotten to a place in 2019. I've dated so much, I've gone through so much throughout the years, that now if somebody were to ghost me or stop talking to me, I wouldn't even care. I move right on real quick.
Yeah.
It's just like, I mean, even if we talked for like months and it just ended, I'd be numb to it. I wouldn't even care, really. I'd be like, oh, well, that sucks. And, I'll
On
be
to the
sad.
next
I'll be
one.
sad for like maybe a day or two, and I'll be like, okay. I'll be like,
I think that's how I am too. It's like, been through so much the last few years. It's like, obviously I can make it through pretty much anything.
yeah. And that's how I've been feeling right now.
Yeah. Like, my happiness is not, not in anyone else's hands except mine. So, like, if you want to ghost me, you're lost. Goodbye.
Yeah. But also, so far, I kind of think he's too good to be true. That's why it's kind of like, I'm just like,
Something sounds fishy.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it everything's just opposite. Basically, like, I don't know. Tommy really liked to be on his phone. Social media was like number one. He doesn't even have social media. He literally just made an Instagram like a couple weeks ago, and I was just like, "What? You made an Instagram?" I was so confused, and I was like, "Oh no, this is how it starts." I was like, "Oh no!" I'm like, "Please, like, just delete it. You don't need Instagram. What is Instagram? You can get so much done not being on social media." But at the same time, it's just like, you don't have social media. Have you ever seen You?
Oh no!
I was like, that's so weird to me. I was like, you're not even. He's 31. He's 31. So he's basically not in my age range. I'm 27, so he's not that much older than me. But I was like, why don't you have social media? Like, you're a bluegrass singer. He plays bluegrass also. Like, that's different. I've never.
No.
Ukulele. He plays the ukulele. Yeah, but I don't know. It's just, I don't know, stuff like him personally. I just want to move slow. I don't want to I don't want to do too much too soon, you know,
Yeah.
because that's what I'm used to. I was like, everything that happened with Tommy and throughout the year,